Up next is the generation to generation policy dialogue itself. To continue with this part of the program, I would like to invite the Director General of the Department of Census and Statistics to commence and continue with the panel discussion. Thank you.
Thank you. And first of all, I would like to invite the other panel members to the floor. Dr. Sunitra Pereira, please come onto the floor. And Dr. Sunitra is a senior lecturer of the University of Colombo and currently serving as the head of the demographic department of the Colombo University. And I would like to invite Madam Ritsu Nake, the representative of the United Nations Population Fund. Please come onto the floor. And then Dr. Harish Chandra Yakandavala, he's the Elderly Care Service Provider and Director of the Family Planning Association of Sri Lanka. Please. And then Dr. Shiromi Madhuagi, she's a consultant and community physician, Youth, Elderly and Disability Unit of the Ministry of Health. And we have a journalist. We have Ms. Piumi Fonseca, journalist of the Daily Mirror paper. Please come onto the floor. Right, thank you. And we have Piumi, young journalist from the renowned Daily paper. So in order to address this issue of the issue facing Sri Lanka now with respect to the aging population, currently aged population, what do you think what is the role that the media can play? I really mean that we have to open the eyes of the planners, and I think we will have to follow it until you get it done. Then if you just publish something today, and if you are going to talk something else tomorrow, if you do not follow it up, it may not come to a reality, it may not be realized. So I would like to hear from you on behalf of the audience, what's the role of the media can play in addressing this issue.
Good morning, everyone. I'm representing all the media today. First and foremost, I should extend my gratitude towards the UNFPA for granting me this opportunity to address the gathering with my point of view about the aging population issue in Sri Lanka. As I'm representing the media and the young generation, I hope what I'm going to say will be valuable. So let me begin in this way. Since most of us have no other independent way of learning how the world goes, pretty much everything we get comes through the media. And what we get from the media may not come to us firsthand. They might be filtered with the opinions of other people. So when we come to this aging population issue, I think that the media has a very strong impact, like racism. Ageism is also, I think, a disease, a social disease fed by stereotypes. So these stereotypes actually matter because people act on these stereotypes and stereotypical assumption that we harbor about all the people. So I think the media has to actively engage in breaking these stereotypes because we see the media every day. There are news about older people, but sadly they are negative. Elder woman missing in Negombo. Elder woman scammed out of her life savings. So these type of stories perpetuate that the elderly as incompetent figures who deserve our pity. Intergenerational dialogues which we are having right now. I think it's a great way to break these barriers. The youth should not ignore the elderly, and the elderly should not ignore the youth. I think the media has to create a concept to bring all these two generations around one table so that we can, in policy making decisions, in all the things, we have to bring these two generations. The media has to create this concept and plant it in people's minds. It's the government's duty, it's the government's responsibility to create a platform, but the media has to use its unique ways and means to create this concept. And we should get out of this negative perspective. And I think we can give a strong message. In Sri Lanka, I haven't seen many, but in other countries, every time they publish stories about all the people who are doing extraordinary things. I think when we always talk about negative things, people also perceive that the elderly as typical grumpy, absent-minded, diminishing sense of value. But we should actually, the media has a bigger role, I think. We have to lead the people into that place where they will also appreciate the skills and the experience of matured people. The media has to make them more visible and make them, give them a bigger space. All the publishing organizations should increase the prevalence and they should actually appreciate how all the people contribute to the country.